Hello, friends, and welcome to episode 17 of Mistconceptions. I'm your host, David White. And a Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to 2018. I'm glad we made it, and I'm glad you're starting it off with us. Now, the reason this episode is coming out so soon after our Christmas special is because this new episode starts the first batch of episodes using the new character sheets. We had our character recreation session, and this is the first session that we recorded after that with the new power tags and weakness tags and everything like that. Also, if my voice sounds a little weird to you, it is because I'm not sick, but I have a lot of drainage and my throat is sore and blah blah blah. So anyway, enjoy the rasp of my voice. Anyways, something else I forgot to mention. I mentioned that we were shaking up our format a little bit with the last recording. But what I didn't mention is that the previously on section isn't the previously on section anymore. It's going to be a character monologue, which is actually one of the moves in the new core set of City of Mist. This is a noir story, and in noir film or other stories like LA Noir, the episode or story or movie will begin with a character talking about the setting, talking about their inner thoughts, having a character monologue. And so each of our episodes, instead of having a previously on section, is going to have a character monologue where the characters catch you up in character about what's going on and what their thoughts are on the current situation. I hope this will give us more of a noir feel. It's really neat that the City of Mist rules included this as like a thing for players to do. So we're going to integrate that into Misconceptions. And before we get to the episode, I want to give a SoundCloud shout out to our new SoundCloud subscriber, Jerry Leung. I'm glad that you are listening to us, Jerry. Welcome to 2018. I hope you enjoy the ride. Another change I'm going to be making to the show going forward is that I'm going to be adding some background music to certain tense or action-packed sequences in the episode. If you're ever interested in what music is being featured in an episode, I will include a list of all the featured music in the show notes or description below. So if you ever want to check those out, you can just scroll down and check them out for yourself. And as this new year starts, I would like to request that if you like the show and you want to help us out, please leave us a rating and review on iTunes. It doesn't necessarily help our visibility on iTunes, but what it does do is it helps people see that actual people listen to this show. It is a sort of word of mouth advertising almost, but it's maybe not word of mouth, but like testimony advertising, where people see, hey, other people like this show, maybe I'll like it too. So please go to iTunes, even if you don't want to leave us like a long paragraph, although I really appreciate those, and I appreciate, the listeners that have done that, because it gives me a little bit of feedback on the show and what I can do to improve it. But even if you can't leave a review, even if you don't want to, just go and, give us a couple of stars. 5 would be preferable. But anyways, please go to iTunes, leave us rating and reviews, help us out, and help us get even better going into this year, 2018. And without further ado, let's get to the episode.
So there I was, on top of the packing crates. Renner is right there. I had activated my ring. I was listening to the thoughts around me, trying to figure out what was going on. And then, all of a sudden, I don't know what it was. My thoughts were completely scrambled. I couldn't figure out what was going on. Luckily, I was able to come to myself enough to stop the power of the rain. I've never heard anything like that before. It wasn't any sound like anything that I've ever heard. It wasn't human. It wasn't an animal. I don't know what it was.
So, without further ado, Zach is going to leave. We're going to get to the story. So we pick up right where we left off. Johnny the Butcher and his, what'd I say, 6? What?
You said 2.
I did not say 2.
I think he said half.
I did not.
It's 6.
6.
It was a 4'10" person with crutches.
You're right. Two children escort Jimmy the Butcher onto this boat.
Could you take your you're literally
I know,
taking
I
up
know.
the whole table.
I'm moving. Chill.
Don't mind us. We're married. This is healthy.
They're married. That's what's wrong with
So
them.
before we get started, everyone should buy a TI-84 calculator and use a TVM solver.
Why are you
things.
plugging this so hard?
Because it's so useful.
You could just do it online, honey.
Yeah.
Stop buying things.
Or
Only
you
use Google.
Or you can just walk into a car dealership with a calculator and they'll know you're not messing around.
No, they'll think you're a nerd.
Yeah, they'll judge you.
They can judge me all they want.
You put it right in there with your pocket
You better
pocket
believe
protector.
they're not duping me.
We've got to get started.
Are you trying to buy a car? What's going on?
No, but in my life I'll have to.
Nah, it's overrated.
And when that moment comes, it helps to have a TI calculator. Buy yours today.
For those hard
15% or
moments in
more.
life.
Yeah, TI calculators, if you want to sponsor us, you can tweet at us. But anyways, Jimmy the Butcher is walking up the ramp. He has handed money to Tanner, but Tanner has left and gone, somewhere else where he won't see and won't have to report anything that's going to happen. But you remember, you're looking for crate number 5808. That was a crate that had something coming in that the Mafia was here for. Bill, you're pretending to be homeless by some containers. Faye, you are... I think you're actually... you could change this if you want, but I was interpreting it as you went by those containers where Bill was, and now you're kind of in the shadows next to Bill. You could be in a completely different section or whatever you want. But then Ren and Esther are on top of the cargo containers, and I was picturing these to be in a different stack than the ones Bill was at. But there is a black SUV that the Mafia people came out of. There is an 18-wheeler that is backed up to the ramp. What do y'all do?
Okay, well, everybody's looking at me. So.
I feel like Ren, though, is just like sitting...
Why are you going to look at me if then you're just going to go on your tangent?
Well, you weren't
In
going to
his
talk.
defense, he's just been staring off into space. So
Go ahead.
I feel like Ren is just sitting on top of the container, just keeping watch, and has the bird's eye view for the entire party.
Probably zooming in with your scanner goggles. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think Esther, she's right there next to him. She's just heard the noise.
Mm-hmm.
So I think at this point I'm kind of in I've kind of crumpled down, and I'm just kind of rocking back and forth, trying to regain control, kind of.
Mm-hmm. I should ask, do y'all have a way to communicate with each other while you were doing this?
Bluetooth. Headphones, of course.
Previously it's been texting, right?
Yeah.
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 Send a text
I just
message.
figure we could have some excommunicators, kind of like
The X-Men?
yeah.
You went to Charles Xavier and got his patented excommunicator. So
Yeah.
just tapping your chest. Boop, boop.
I feel like with having Ren in our
Where you
group,
at?
though, at the very least, we would have the Bluetooth headsets.
Yeah. This actually introduces one of the new moves that was released with the core set. One of them is flashback, I believe. And it occurs to me now that I only printed out enough for everybody, but not one for me.
Bottom middle.
Yeah. Oh, but flashback. Once per session, when you have the spotlight, you can describe an action carried out by your character in the past and make a move for that action. So, once per session, Ren, you could be like, I made this thing for this moment. And so we could say that while we were in the van waiting for midnight to roll around, Ren, you could have done something to create earpieces for everyone or something like that.
Which would make sense because he was doing the work on the van and stuff. So in the midst of doing the van work, he also was like, hey, we need a better way to communicate.
Yeah. The van roll was also a flashback roll before we even knew about the flashback roll. Yeah. So do you want to
Play it out.
try to, go ahead and make those to see if we have them?
Yes. Try to roll for it.
Yes.
It's an OP version of Vigilance.
Yeah. It would just be, I guess, a change the game roll.
Okay. I
But
feel
in
like
the
this would
past.
be software engineer and secret lab.
Okay. I don't think Secret Lab would apply if you were doing this in the van, though.
It's my secret lab van.
It's the mystery machine.
Software engineer, I think high-tech laptop. We got a 6.
Ooh, okay. So, yeah, you tried to do this, but, yeah.
Instead, we get really bulky walkie-talkies from the 1980s.
They're just Verizon quality now.
They're just right. We all get Star Wars. No, we all get just these really bulky brick walkie-talkies. Like,
We have phones. We have cell phones.
Yeah.
We don't need walkie-talkies.
So
No, he
all
messed up
all
so
he was-
bad
all
that
he
all
was
of your
able
cell
to
phones are
do
now
was
walkie-talkies.
accomplish that we got an app to secure our text messages.
Yeah, you now all have a encrypted text message system on your phones. So yeah, so we did that whole thing for nothing. We flash back to a scene of Ren failing to make these headphones, but maybe he can make them again some other time.
I've just
and
got
there's a
my Apple
flashback
iPhone.
of the flashback.
Flashback of the flashback.
Okay.
That was him actually remembering a time he failed trying to do it and learning from it.
Yes.
Flash forward and
To the real flashback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next session.
All right, so we're communicating via text.
Or like we could call each other.
That's completely out of the question.
yeah, but at this point we're all just trying to stay hidden.
That's true.
So,
Just the homeless man just pulls out his iPhone.
Tick, 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 tick.
and that's when you knew the FBI was involved.
Okay, so I'm standing next to Bill. Yes.
If you want to. You just said that you jumped into the shadows in between some containers. Bill was next to some containers, so
We
did you
can
go next to
use
him?
This TI calculator.
Oh
somebody
my
uses.
gosh.
It can now be a shipping container, right? I'm laying here next to the
Yes.
shipping container.
Wait, no. We each have our die.
Okay, so Jaime and Tessa are making a diagram of dice and TI calculators to represent the layout of this situation for this purely audio medium.
Well, it's because okay.
This is when like a D&D like.
Were you
thing
were you
would be
on
super
were you
helpful.
on
Yeah,
the,
that's
you
true.
weren't on the container? You were.
I am.
So they're chilling up here. This is
Where's the semi?
the semi. Okay, so the container's like this. I think the semi would be over here because the boat is over here. Like they're coming off the boat. So you were, I guess, here, and there. This is where you were talking,
Right,
and then you
so I
ducked.
just, like,
you could have ducked this way. You could have ducked that way. You could have somersaulted. Like
What's that?
Another
that Ren?
container, because you're ducking behind the containers.
Oh.
So these are containers, container.
I was laying in view of stuff.
Yeah.
just being
So you
homeless.
wrong. I love you. A top. I went to the top.
So now you're between two. Okay. Cool.
I thought now it was just a pencil. It's still a container up there.
A
Okay.
pencil is not really a pencil.
But it's a rock.
Have my turn. We're gonna play this game.
Sorry, Tessa.
It's fine.
I think before I am.
What?
Go home.
Making non sequiturs.
Cogito ergo sum. Okay. I'm getting water. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, yeah,
Well, but I
Please.
need Bill for the scene.
Oh, man.
Okay, so I'm gonna slink around to where Bill is. And I guess just like sit next to you.
In the
And-
shadows.
Right. Crap, English accent. Crap, what did that sound like?
English people?
Hi, I'm Tessa.
Hermione, think Hermione. You're gonna get us killed or worse, expelled.
That was a terrible Hermione.
Bill, Hey, that was pretty good.
Then she's out of it.
That was it. That was the one syllable. I think we should steal the van.
Do you know how to drive a semi?
I think we can figure it out.
Oh, all right. Do you want me to like distract him, and you get in, or how do you want to do it?
That could work. I was also just thinking you could jump in the passenger seat, but that's probably a better idea.
All right. I guess I'll start screaming nonsense.
Yeah, just act like you're dying or something. You're supposed to be homeless, right?
Okay. Oh, it hurts. Hey, mate. Hey, what are you? Hey, and I'm just like walking towards the goons.
Mm-hmm. Roll a convince to see if any of them turn around.
I'm just gonna make myself throw up. I'm screaming, and they're doing a bad job if they're not turning around as guards. But okay, roll a convince.
Yeah.
All right. Risk taker. Good bluff.
Okay.
Hey, 7.
7. Okay. So Jimmy and the Butcher and his boys turn around, like they're halfway up the ramp. They turn around and look at you. Hey, go get rid of that guy. And then 2 of the 6 come towards you. But Jimmy, the Butcher, and them continue going up, but these 2 walk towards you. Hey, bud, what's your problem?
Okay. So I just like look at them and then like clasp my stomach and like start slowly walking towards the shipping containers that Ren's on top of, and just going like, I'm gonna go call the police. I need a phone. And so I'm just gonna walk away saying that.
Okay. And they're walking after you, and one of them's gonna reach out and put his hand on your shoulder. Oh man, what would he say?
Are we behind the container?
Oh, are you trying to lead them behind it?
Yeah, I was walking towards these containers, like back towards the office.
Okay.
I'm trying to separate them from sight of their...
Sure. Okay. So you get around the container, blocking them off from view of the boat or whatever, and one of them like grabs you and says, "Hey, buddy, we ain't got no time for that. You're gonna have to take care of that somewhere else." And they like try to drag you somewhere.
And so while this is happening, Ren sees Bill like beckoning these guys, like I say flashback, but just he sees Bill going this way, and so Ren walks over crawls over to the other side of the shipping container, and then once they like fall in like darkness behind the shipping container, aims and fires at one of the guys holding Bill.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a hit with all you've got.
Okay.
Is this going to be a silent shoot?
I mean, my gun can't be silenced. I mean, it'll...
I'm just wondering if you jumped down and grabbed them, because we're trying to be sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like we're far enough away, though, that they wouldn't be able to hear.
Well, we're trying to make a commotion anyway, though, so you can
steal the semi.
Right. The alien is already in the semi, yes?
No, they haven't even gone up to the boat yet to go find the box, the crate.
I mean, either way, if we take him out, we still can do it all ourselves.
What?
Like either way, if we take them out now or when they load the trailer or load the semi up.
Also, imagine in this instance we're vigorously texting each other.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Bill is clutching his stomach, but actually, like, he's holding his hand in his pocket or whatever, like texting
Like
furiously.
I'm live tweeting.
But once you make that shot, they're going to hear it from the dock.
Yeah, but they'll come and see what the commotion is about, and that'll separate them. Because I'm planning on taking both guys out,
Okay.
and then there's only 4 left. And I think at that point, like, you could take some out, and then
At that point,
I
I could handle it. Thanks. Appreciate it.
at that point when I flex my manly flower power muscles.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and so I'll use the scanner vision because it's in the dark.
Okay.
And then immobilizing energy.
Okay.
And I'll also use high-tech laptop and get me a 7.
I chucked my laptop at them. Okay, so what'd you end up rolling?
6.
6? Okay. So you follow them, you're tracking them, but at that moment, you take a knee to kind of get a better position on them, and you come down harder on your knee than you thought, and so it makes this resounding clong sound, and then they look up and they see you pointing a futuristic shotgun down at them, and then they look at Bill. And Bill's probably
forming a mace.
Yeah, and Bill is obviously getting ready to knock them out, and they say, "We've been set up. They know we're here," and they're going to pull out their guns and they are going to shoot at the both of you. So both of you roll a face the danger.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
I'll fight you. Okay, I guess I'm gonna making a mace, turn it into a tower shield instead.
Okay.
Using tattoo manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
I will use. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. So tower shield.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll it. And where are you at, Ren?
I'm going to try something different. I'm going to use my technopathy with my high-tech laptop to emit a loud, high-pitched sound.
So with your implants, you want to affect your laptop to create this sound?
Yeah. Or I'll affect their cell phones that they have in their pocket to make this loud sound that would...
Okay. Go ahead and roll a change the game to see if you can get... So what you need to do now is roll a change the game to see if you can get a tag, like screeching noise or something like that you could add to your face the danger. So go ahead and roll that change the game. So with your technopathy, so +1.
Mm-hmm. And machine possession for that power tag. For the change the game power tag.
Oh, so that's what you want to do, machine possession?
Yeah, machine possession and like technopathy to create
Oh, so you're
that.
adding 2 power tags.
Yeah, to create that special tag.
Okay. So +2. Oh my gosh. You are rolling awful.
How is it my fault that I rolled that die? I literally can't control it. It's called chance.
6.
Man. So you rolled a 6? Man, okay, so
I didn't get that. So let me roll for
Mulligan.
We go
Roll
back
for
and
dodging.
Esther react before Bill does something. Before Ren does something stupid.
well,
Oh my gosh, of course.
okay, so
I got 2 12s.
good grief.
You got we both just rolled 2 6s?
I got 2 12s on a 6-sided die.
Okay.
It's a long day.
After rolling.
Golly. Okay, so they pull out their guns and just
What kind of guns do they have? I want one of
Uzis.
those.
Hey,
I'm not a pacifist. We never fully fleshed that out on my theme card.
yeah. I should have forced you to take a pacifist weakness or something like that. But anyways, both of you take a shot up 3 status.
My 6 doesn't do anything for me?
No, 7 and up. So give yourself 8. And
you're going to hurt them anyways.
if you have a injured status already, go ahead and increase it by 3.
What kind of sicko shoots sick homeless people?
They shoot homeless people that are magically forming mace out of their hands.
You assumed that I was doing that.
Okay, so girls, Esther, you're right next to this. So some bullets kind of like ricochet off of the side of the container. Your head is still kind of reeling from hearing the thoughts of whatever's on that boat. But yeah, so now this gunfight is breaking out next to the containers. What do y'all do?
So Esther is, I guess, as soon as she hears the gunshot, she immediately like flattens herself down. And I guess she's like starting to very quietly like kind of slink back because she's wanting to get down off of the crate without being seen.
Okay. So you want to get down off the crate? Go ahead
Yeah.
and do a sneaking around.
I guess life lessons is really the only thing.
Okay.
unless investigative would do something to sneak
No.
around. But
No.
9.
9?
Yeah.
Okay. You slide down the other side of the crates, kind of very carefully lowering yourself down. With the firefight happening on the other side of the crates, they do not hear you. Someone does see you, and I will reveal who that someone is later. So you get down in the other side of the containers, opposite Bill, Ren, and the 2 mafia guys. But the other mafia people at the top of the boat, they've now reached the top of the ramp. Jimmy has turned around and heard the firefight. He says, somebody's here, boys, let's move quick. So they kind of duck into the massive boxes that are on the ship and disappear from view to go take care of their business.
So from where I'm at, am I within the fight enough to, like...
I mean, if you ran around the corner, you would be flanking the people who are shooting at Bill and Ren.
Right, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I'm wanting to maybe inspire calm to the situation, maybe to kind of maybe help Bill and Ren to think straighter through what's going on. I don't know if that's something that would be helpful in this situation.
I mean, you could
I just
try.
feel
So, like, giving them, like, a clear thought status or
Yeah.
clear thinking. Sure, go ahead and roll a change the game to see if you can exert your ring's power
okay.
over them.
So I'm gonna use inspire calm.
Okay.
I got a 12.
A 12? Nice.
Yeah.
2 12s?
I rolled a 6 and a 5, but I added 1.
Okay.
That's 12.
So, on a change the game on a 12. That's actually a dynamite. So,
Yeah, it
anytime
is.
you roll a 12 plus with the new rules, the move is dynamite. So, you get a minimum of 3 juice, and you can activate one of the following by spending 1 juice. Large scale effect. You scale up the effect to, I guess, that would make it instead of a 3, a 4. You can make it a permanent effect. Make a single effect permanent or be able to use one of your effects to remove or reduce a permanent. Mist hidden. Make a single effect mist hidden. The mist itself conspires to hide the existence of this effect even from the rifts. That wouldn't make a lot of sense. But also you can do any of those things with the regular change the game on a 10 plus. So you have 3 juice to spend any way you wish. Well, you would obviously want to create a tag, so that would be one of your juice. So create a story tag.
Right. And I guess it'd just be like smart fighter.
Okay.
And so basically just wanting them to like be thinking more clearly and not just like haphazardly at this point.
Okay. So you still have 2 juice to spend.
I know, I was just trying to explain that.
That's fine.
And then I guess maybe I don't want to scale up the effect because I'm really wanting to target the effect to just Bill and Ren.
You could scale it up to make it more powerful. So right now it's a 1, but you could scale it up to a 2 with another juice, or even to a 3 with all 3 of your juice.
I think I might scale it up and then prolong it. So
Okay.
like throughout this situation now, they're going to be... Because
So for the rest of
Esther
this
is...
scene,
Because Esther realizes that Bill and Ren are ridiculous. So she's trying to help
okay.
without
So
getting caught in the crossfire.
you want to give them a +2 clear thought tag for the rest of this scene.
Yeah.
Okay, so boys, go ahead and give yourself a +2 clear thought tag, and anytime that you would use clear thinking, you get to add that +2 to your roll.
So it's useless. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Thank
Bill will
you.
never access this tag. Faye, what about you?
That's fair. Yeah.
Okay, so I was trying to think of the best way. I was originally thinking I was gonna like get on the ship with them to see what I could hear, but I think instead I'm going to crawl in the back of the semi so that I go with them wherever they take the
Okay.
alien, and I want to share my location with them before I get on the truck.
Okay, so you go ahead and text him real quick?
Yeah, like the little find friends thing. You know, the Find Friends app?
Yeah.
So I like share indefinitely with all of them, send them a text that says like, I'm getting on the van, follow me when you can. And then I'm going to very, very quietly climb onto the back and like slink into the very back corner so that whatever they slide in there doesn't hit me.
Okay, go ahead and roll a sneaking around.
Okay, and then I have a snooping around tag. Yeah, that's all I have.
Nice.
9.
9? Okay. You go to the back, you open it up, and crawl into the back corner or the front corner, wherever you're looking at it, and kind of hunker down right there. All right, back to you, boys. The 2 mafia guys are 1 for each of you.
I'm bleeding.
I'm going to let Bill go first.
I am going to shield bash the guy in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be blunt force trauma, tattoo tower shield, kneecapper, and I think till I collapse.
Okay. So how many attacks is that? 4? And then you also have that +2 for clear thought.
So -1.
So this is a hit with all you've got with +6.
Use
14.
Okay. On a 12 plus, it is dynamite. You choose 3 options from the move standard list, but you can protect yourself and another ally from a counter strike. You can hit them hard, increasing the tier by 2, or hitting 2 more targets with the same status. You can create extreme collateral damage, or you can take 2 juice and use it to create an effect a la change the game, along with the other things you could do.
All right, I'm going to hit him and then create like a spring with my left arm. I have tattoos, and like bounce up onto the container and like shield Zach so that we have protection next round so we don't get killed.
Okay. So yeah, you nail this dude, like just boom, and he goes flying like this was a Captain America movie and you just knocked him out. And so he just flies backward, the gun flies out of his hands, and then you create your spring like you said, you jab it into the ground, and the force of it propels you up, and you land right next to Ren, and you put your shield right in front of the both of you, so that you will be protected from backlash. So you knock out that dude, and he is very much so gone. So you knocked him out. And the other mafia guy sees you leap an incredible amount, like 20 feet into the air, to land on top of these 2 stack of containers. And he's gonna yell out, "Freaks! Freaks!" And he starts running as fast as he can to the ship, and he's yelling out, "Jimmy, the freaks are here! The freaks are here!" And he's gonna run right past Esther, and he's not even gonna see Esther.
So I think I'm going to use my react before it happens. As he's running. I can sense that he's coming, and I'm going to take a shot with my rested, trusted Cobra.
Okay.
So I'm going to use react before it happens and the rested, trusted Cobra.
Okay.
Colt Cobra. That's really hard to say in case y'all were wondering.
Colt Cobra.
9.
9. Okay, so this is a hit with all you've got. On a 7 through 9, you get to choose one of those.
Okay.
So you're hitting him with a 2 status.
What would me getting the upper hand look like? I mean,
I don't know, how could you gain an upper hand on him?
yeah, I mean, I guess it like takes him down, and then I'm gonna like pull him behind the crate to get him to keep his mouth shut.
Okay, so you gain the upper hand. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, I guess so. And I don't know, it may be too late to say this, but like, since I'm doing the react before it happened, like I knew he was coming, would I be able to have done that before he started yelling that they're here, like the freaks are here? Like maybe he got out there here, but not like the rest of that explanation? Or no?
No, because with that, since you didn't roll a 10 plus, I'm going to say that he does still shout that out. But you go ahead and clip him with your gun. What do you want to title this tag? Gunshot?
Yeah.
Okay. So you clip him, and he falls to the ground, and then you grab him by his belt and pull him back into the shadows. But he has shouted this out, and you don't know if his friends heard him because you can't see them anymore since they're on the boat. But that happened. But you now have him back in the shadows with a gaping wound in his thigh.
I feel like Ren can't really do much because everyone's pretty much far off. I mean, like I can shoot, but I feel like the Bill incapacitated one guy. Esther has the other guy, and then we've got 4 more goons and Boss Man at the same time. And I feel like my gun probably does not have that range at all whatsoever.
No, yeah, you definitely have a negative status for range if you wanted to shoot from up here.
Yeah. I actually have no idea what Ren would do other than consoling himself because he has 3 damage.
Yeah. I mean, you could look and see, you could try to find where Jimmy the Butcher and where they are, because I would think that this would be high enough that you could kind of see level with the boat.
Oh, yeah.
Or the cargo ship, and then you can maybe look and see where they are.
Yeah, I'll say that Ren uses his scanner vision. And I would actually say that he uses like everything is binary, where he can just look for, well, okay, scanner vision. I think like machine possession, like I'll try to like take over the cameras or something on the ship to see where they are exactly. I feel like that would be a good move.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and roll a, let's see.
Investigate?
Yeah. I think that would be an investigate.
Of course. And I got a 6.
A 6 again?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
And I use my
Wait,
high-tech laptop.
Did you add your clear thought?
No, I did not.
So that gives you a +2, so you have a +8, or an 8.
I have a +8. Let's go with that one.
Yeah. So, you do. You pull out your laptop, you type it in. Okay, so this is how Investigate actually works. You get a number of questions or clues equal to your power. So how many tags did you add to your roll?
2.
2. So you get 2 questions to ask me, and then I answer them for you.
Okay. I do want to see how much stuff they've like gathered off of the ship.
Okay. So while you are looking through, so you want to know how much or what are they grabbing? Mm-hmm. Okay. So as you're flipping through the different feeds, you see that they have a forklift. One of them is driving it. The rest have like their guns or like looking out around for anything that might be coming on the ship. But the forklift is lifting up a rather large crate. Well, actually, it might not even be. It might actually be a pair of forklifts that are lifting this up because this is a big crate. But they're operating machines or whatever, and they're lifting up a crate. It seems very large, big enough to fit inside the 18-wheeler and take up most of that space in there.
Can I say that I like take pictures through the feed and I can like show them or text them to the group? Or that'd be kind of like a.
I'm gonna say no.
No.
I'm gonna say I take pictures of the feed.
Sure, I'll let you spin your other clue on you take those pictures and send them to everybody.
Yeah. Okay. And Faye sees them and she does what?
Okay.
Yeah, you get a text.
So Faye says, bloody, and runs off
Into the sunset.
into the sunset. Faye runs off into the sunset. So Faye gets off the ship. You know, there's that space in between. Okay, 2 questions. One, how big is the driving part of the semi? Like, is there a place where I could hide under, like, behind the driver and passenger seat?
I mean, it's like a typical 18-wheeler cargo transport. So, I mean, it has the cab area. I would say that it's not a long-distance cab, so it doesn't have, like, the loft for a trucker to sleep in.
Okay.
But, I mean, there's a normal cab.
Can I just input you have way more knowledge of semi-trucks than I realized.
Right.
Because that whole loft thing, didn't know that was a thing.
That's where they sleep.
I saw it once on Pimp My Ride.
Well, apparently I'm the only one who doesn't.
I drive a lot, and I see a lot of 18-wheelers.
Okay.
I drove a lot too, but I didn't know that.
Yeah, but
I don't pay attention.
you don't pay attention.
Okay.
You're
fair.
very focused on your driving, which is probably good.
That was good.
All right, so what are you doing?
So I am going to the space in between the cab and the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I am going
Where, like, all the connectors and things are?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna step up on there, put myself against the trailer, and then the oh man, I can think of them, but I don't know how to describe them. But the long, like, strands that are in the ocean, and they're all like,
Seaweed?
yep, that was the thing.
The long strands in the ocean.
All of that is gonna come up and, like, tie me to the trailer.
Okay, so you're wanting to create something to, like, hold you there?
Mm-hmm.
Like a cocoon.
Not a cocoon.
Go ahead and roll a change the game.
Okay. Plant growth, the more the merrier, because we're at the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all I can do. I feel like I should get a tag for just being uber creative with that.
You were gonna get a tag, but then you couldn't remember that it was called seaweed, so
We deducted points.
Yeah. So what'd you end up rolling?
Are you sure you need to know?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I saw 3, but how many power did you have?
I had 2, so I got 5.
You got 5. Okay. Yeah, you get up there and you reach out to the seaweed, but just the nature of seaweed is so different from land plant life that it's hard for you to manipulate them. It's hard for you to call them to you, and you just sit there in between the pipes and cords and everything, and you're pulling, and, like, nothing comes.
Can I try again?
No. So Esther, the guy that you pulled into the darkness, he's going to spin around and he's going to sling a punch at you. So go ahead and roll a face of danger.
okay. So I'm gonna use my daddy's spider, and that's probably all I can use. Though I think bartender might be beneficial because, like,
No.
I don't know. I know you don't agree. I'm just saying.
So daddy's fighter?
Yeah. 8.
8? Okay.
Yes.
You, he slings at you, and you take...
Nothing.
No, you do. You take a, where's it at? Oh, scuffed up 1. And I believe you're already a little injured, so you just add a tick to that injured spectrum. So he slings at you. You barely get out of the way, but he, like, punches you in your shoulder. And with all your injuries that you have had in the past, it's pretty aggravating. But also, as he's, like, punching you and trying to get you off of him, the door to the truck opens up, and a mafia member steps out of the truck, because if you remember, nobody ever stepped out of the cab. And he has a shotgun, and he raises it up at Esther, and
At Esther? Or
yeah,
Faye?
He has not seen Faye,
Oh, okay,
but
okay.
he's the one
Where
that
am
saw.
I that he can see me?
Whenever you slid down off the things, he was the one who saw you. So he steps out with his shotgun and BAGOW! Takes a shot at you.
How far away?
Close enough that a shotgun could hit her.
You're a jerk.
Narrative. So, Esther, roll another face of danger.
Hang on, she's coloring her. her
She's
injured.
coloring her injured status.
I guess I can't use my react before it happened to like try to dodge.
You could.
And my hobby the cop because I
Nope.
have a vest on. I'm just
Nope.
kidding.
Flashback.
It's a joke.
Oh.
I could do a flashback. Should I do a flashback?
It's once per
You
session.
only get one per session, so
He's
The other one
probably
didn't
trying.
happen.
He's probably gonna try to kill me in this episode, so I better save it for something else.
I'm not trying to.
Calm down, Craig.
Oh my gosh.
I got a 10.
Nice. So yeah, he BAGOW! Fires that shot.
I pull up the other guy.
I was just gonna say I'm totally okay with you doing that. So you pull
That's
up the
what I
other
was
guy,
thinking.
and all the pellets like shred this dude's back,
oh,
and he in
He
fact,
shouldn't have yelled.
in fact, Esther, he's going to those things are going to shred his back, and he's going to cough a little blood into your face. But he's dead.
I think it is.
very graphic.
Okay.
And he whispers, "Tell my mother I love her."
Yeah. No, but you. So
he-
he's gone.
he dies.
Yeah, he's dead.
Well,
Phil's laughing. I'm just kidding. Not really.
And now that Mafia member has a I'll never forgive myself tag. No, not really.
Guilty conscience.
Guilty conscience tag. No, but he says shit, and he starts loading another round into his shotgun.
well, crap. I mean, this is bad.
I mean, I can jump in here if you need me to.
Yeah, but I gotta say something about getting out because I don't want to just be standing there. And I mean, they're both aware of what just happened.
Yeah, they saw it. Faye didn't hear it, but she definitely heard like the truck door opening up and then a BAGOW! Shot.
So she knows that's at one of us because obviously. I guess they're all the way down on the ground, so like there's not space underneath a cart or anything. Not a cart, a
Container.
crate.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I guess I'm just gonna like, run to another side, like where I'm out of his line of vision. I mean, I know he's watching me, but like.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so you run further into the containers, like further into the shadows to get away from him. All right, who's next?
I'm gonna try seaweed once more to like
Okay.
wrap up that guy.
But I'm going to activate your weakness tag, Concrete Jungle. So that will change that combination of tags.
Right.
And you go ahead and get
I tick.
a tick, yeah.
Cool.
So 1 attention.
Okay. Need some space this time.
6 plus
So 7.
7. Okay, yeah. Did we say what this was? What move this was?
Wouldn't it be change the game or hit with all you got,
Go toe to toe.
or take the risk?
Maybe investigate. I don't know. It sounds like a sneak around to me.
Let's just go down the list. Go to toe. When
Go
you want
to-toe.
go to toe. When you use your abilities to overcome someone or something in a struggle for control. That is go toe to toe. Yeah. Do 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 do. Still can't say it. So, on a 7 to 9, choose one of those. You manage to achieve your goal. You take something they hold. You get them good, giving your opponent a status with tier equals power. You block, dodge, or counter their best attempts. If you don't choose this, they can impose a status on you. If they are a PC, it's tier plus their power. But you only have one option. So, like, you either do what you wanted or protect yourself.
I'm gonna take the shotgun.
Okay, so seaweed, like, rips out from the sea, wraps around this dude's gun, and is just, like, slung from his hand, and he turns around and sees you not too far away from him because you just stepped out from the thing, and he's going to run at you and try to beat you up. So roll, or no, actually, you don't get to roll. You take a injured 2.
2?
Yeah.
I have the shotgun.
Your seaweed has a shotgun.
Make it pull the trigger. That'd be freaking.
That would be awful.
I disagree with this turn of events.
Actually, he's not punching you. He is hitting you with a crowbar.
David!
So that's why you're injured too. That's why I have
it
written
has
down
to
on his
make
card.
sense.
How did he even see her though? She was still hidden.
Well, that's part of the tags since I rolled a 7.
Yeah.
He saw me.
She can't protect herself.
Yeah. Fine. Where did he hit me with the crowbar?
Did she phone?
Your shin.
Okay. David, I can't wait until IGM Harry Potter.
Please do it. I'm following the rules. I'm doing nothing. This is all what you have
You're gonna
done.
be super happy with the character he creates, and she's gonna be like, you're walking down the hall, Voldemort appears, and
Avada Kedavra.
Avada Kedavra.
You're dead.
But anyways, where are we? Oh yeah, he ran up, hit you in the shin with his crowbar.
Okay.
Ouch.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good. Boys, what do y'all do? Oh, I should say that at this time at the top of the ramp, you can see they have the container and are bringing it down towards the 18-wheeler. What are y'all doing?
So we are on the container. The 18-wheeler's here, which is where Tessa is getting hit, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to jump down and create an ethereal crowbar and hit this guy in the back of the head.
Okay.
Be like, how do you like it then?
Okay. So a hit with all you've got?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to use tattoo manipulation to make a basic melee weapon, blunt force trauma, and kneecapper.
You have your +2 for calm.
Yeah. So you got +6.
6.
12.
So another 12. Okay.
I'm hitting them hard, assuming that he's done.
You're already hitting him with a 6 status.
Yeah.
Status 6.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. You actually can't step it up any more than that.
So I gain the upper hand and take 1 juice, and that I hit him so hard that he drops his crowbar and topples like into the 18-wheeler or onto the ground. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Maybe both.
So how would because change the game means that you get to like make a tag for yourself. So what do you like pick up his crowbar?
Oh, this
now
is
you
change
have
the
a
game?
Well, no. But when you gain a juice, you use it just like you would in change the game to create a tag for yourself. So like, are you knocking him out and then taking his crowbar
I hit
or
him
what?
so hard that his keys jingle out of his pocket, and I pick him up.
Okay. So now you have his keys. Yeah. So you like leap through the air and you form this crowbar and you just smash him on the back and he just goes whoa, skittering past Faye and just skids to the ground. Might have irreparable damage to his spine. You don't know.
He knew the risks.
Yeah, you see his keys like fall out of his pocket as he's flying by. Or actually, no, it wasn't even in his pocket. But like you hit him so hard, and then you're like, yeah, and then you like turn and you see the keys glittering in the orange, what are they called? Street lights, just dangling there in the ignition already.
I was just picturing, because you were like, they weren't even in his pocket. So I was picturing like Mario where like you kill a boss and like there's just the coin there. So like you kill him and he disappears and there's the keys.
Yeah, it just glitters down from the sky.
In the ignition.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that Ren just makes a run for it for the semi.
Okay.
I trip Ren.
So you slide down and start booking it
Yep.
towards the whatever. Okay. As they are coming down with the whatever, they see all this commotion. They see you like bash this dude, and Jimmy's up at the top and he sees all this. He says, "We got company, boys," and they are going to open fire on the 3 of you that they can see.
We're behind the semi.
I am literally in the semi.
I'm literally wide out in the open.
Yeah, both of you are wide out in the open. Yeah, Ren, since you said you were booking it straight to that, I'll say that you're like already climbing into the cab whenever the Mafia guys start unloading at that area. But both of you, Faye and Bill, go ahead and roll a Face the Danger.
Tattoo manipulation, tower shield.
So +2. What about you, Faye?
I'm gonna say the seaweed drops the shotgun and like shields in front of me.
Okay.
So I don't have to like call anymore. It's just that. So it'd just be 1 tag
Yep.
for plant growth.
I'm so happy that
9,
Carrie made
10.
this status.
11. Interference.
5.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Esther, nope.
Nope.
Faye, you take 3 more ticks and you're shot up. I'm gonna say badly injured is the new name of that tag. But go ahead and give yourself 3 more ticks. Bill, would you roll?
An 8.
An 8. So you take 2 more ticks in your spectrum.
So that basically gets rid of the clear thought. What does out mean?
Out means that you're knocked out. So what are you two sitting at?
I'm at a 3.25.
Okay, so you're at a 3.
Do you step it up that way?
Yeah, just the ticks. Don't go to the next number.
Don't kill yourself.
Yeah, don't.
So I was at 3 ticks, not at 3.
Yes. No. First, if you take a status that is more ticks than what you have, you stepped up to that. So Tessa was at 3. If she took 4, she would step it up to 4.
So I was at 3, but I'm
so now you just color in 3 more ticks after that.
Look. Is this part of 3?
Yeah, those 3 ticks after it.
No, the one before it.
No, that's part of 2.
2.5.
So step it up 2 more ticks. So I'm not at 4 yet.
No, but you're right there. Okay, so you're both at 3.
Where did we get shot? Yeah.
Just all over, like these bullets just rain down on you.
Oh, okay.
I'll just pencil that into.
Grazing.
I just want to know
I
when
don't
I
know.
can't maneuver well.
You are
They-
Swiss cheese.
you turn, and so they graze kind of like your arms and shoulders and stuff.
Okay.
I still think my shield should be more effective than that. But
Your shield is super effective. You did like 6 damage on a guy. Shield only.
Esther, what's happening? You hear all this gunfire.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out, like, so I guess I was running away from the semi.
Mm-hmm. So now you're kind of tucked into this cluster of
crates, kind of
crates.
thing.
Yeah.
Because at this point, I'm wondering if I go back to them where the semi is, which seems like not the best idea. But maybe at this point, I head back to the SUV. Like, I'm wondering, like, how far I guess, like, am I, like, super far away from the SUV? Or, like, am I heading in the direction of the SUV anyway? So, like, I'm just going to keep heading that direction and get the car and then try to, like, figure out where they're at once I get to the car.
I mean, you could. It's cinematic, so let's do it. What's the most exciting? So, like, you've backed up and you've heard all these shots going on, and you're like, we got to get out of here. I got to get the van. And so, like, you just book it to the SUV.
So that's what I'm going to do. Like, obviously, we have to be texting each other or whatever. So, like, as quickly as possible, I'm just typing, like, GTS, which is going to the SUV. Like, they'll figure that out or something.
So you just get a
'Cause
text
it's gotta
that
be
says
quick.
GTS.
And so, like,
But it autocorrects to GTA.
which still gets the same idea across that
Yeah.
I'm going to the vehicle.
Uh-huh.
So and then I'm just sprinting as fast as I can back to the SUV
Okay.
with the goal of getting in the SUV and then, like, trying to get the heck out of there.
Okay. So while Esther is booking it, what are the 3 of you doing?
Ren takes off with an 18-wheeler.
Okay, you know they're not in it.
Oh, I 100% know.
Okay, so
Could you wait till we like get in the 18-wheeler?
Red honks the horn and waves at everyone,
okay,
and they jump onto the back of the thing, and we take off.
okay. So Rin is Bill and Esther or Faye. Do you jump into the cab with them or what?
I guess.
Okay, so y'all book it and jump into the thing. Bill slams the door behind him, and then, oh gosh, Rin, roll a take the risk because driving a semi is not easy.
I think we royally screwed this up.
This is not going in the way I thought it would.
It's a Tesla sim.
I'm gonna say that I use my technopathy, machine possession, and everything is binary. Like driving, like I can take it over and drive it, and that way I'm like connecting to it with a technopathy,
Okay.
and then everything is binary. So it's like so simple because it's technology.
Okay. And I'm going to activate your sensory overload weakness tag because there's a lot going on right now. Like, you got your phone buzzing. Bill and Faye are, like, screaming and a little bloody, and, like, there's gunshots ricocheting everywhere. So, yeah, a -1. But go ahead and roll that take the risk.
All right, 7 plus 2 is 9, and then plus 2 for the clear thought, 11.
11? Okay. So you do it. You hop in the van, or not the van, the 18-wheeler. You connect to it with your cybernetic implants in your brain. You put it into gear, you floor it, and you just pull off. The crates are flying by. The bullets are kind of ricocheting off the back of the 18-wheeler as you're driving away, and the gate, like the fenced-in gate, is like pulled up, but you just like plow through it and just tear up this gate as you go by. And Esther, you're actually driving the SUV down the street to the place, and you see the 18-wheeler just boom crash out of this fence, and like he doesn't turn it properly, so like the back load like catches some of the fence, like drags it out into the street with it.
So at this point, are we driving like parallel to each other on the street?
You are behind them,
Okay.
and like the back doors are
it
open
two
like the back of
lanes or
Toy Story,
anything?
and they're just like flapping around, and you can see all the Toy Story cast like cheering for RC to catch up. Come on, guys! Yeah, Slinky's holding RC.
So, are there 2 lanes?
Yeah, there's like the lane going north and lane going south. Because this is like the warehouse district. It's not like a highway or something.
Yeah. But there's nobody else on the road.
No, nobody else is on the road.
So
at 12
I'm
at
going
night.
to like drive up next to and roll down the window. What the hell are you doing?
Stealing an 18-wheeler, of course.
Oh my gosh.
We need to ditch this and get into the SUV. They're gonna just find this wherever we end up.
Look, an ocean. And I'm like, guys, let's jump out of the vehicle.
No, we can just park it on the side of the road.
No, it'll be like in the movies. And I like shove everyone out.
No.
And then the 18-wheeler
break
topples
red
into
zone.
the...
Oh my gosh. So are you trying to send this SUV into the ocean?
Not the SUV, the 18-wheeler.
Not the SUV, the 18-wheeler.
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about?
Obviously, they're using this for illegal purposes, so we have to waste their money and drive it into the ocean, like the movies.
They'll just get another semi. We don't care about their money.
Then we can take it as a toy and have it for ourselves.
Are you like off the road yet?
No, we're
Okay.
still just like I'm imagining there's like a turn. We did the turn, and now it's like a straightaway. Either like we go on the bridge to the city, or just plow right through to the ocean.
Yeah. So you're kind of turning and swerving around the warehouse district.
Is there any way Esther can activate her status that she put on him?
Oh, like he's not
clear.
thinking
Yeah.
right now?
Like, what in the actual hell? Like, how do I rein him in at this point?
You could
So there's a new mechanic called burning a power tag, and you could burn one of your tags, which means that you use it up, and you can't use it again until you recover it during a photo montage. But you could say that like you burn your ring, one of your power tags, activating that kind of pull you have on Ren's mind to make him think clearly, and then pull over or stop the 18-wheeler.
Then I'm going to burn my Inspire Calm.
Okay, and that's what you use to create the tag? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and like fill in that little flame mark. And whenever we have a photo montage, you can role play out how you get that ability back. So Esther and everybody, go ahead and role play what happens here. What does this look like?
So Esther's up next to him driving or whatever, and she's like speaking as calmly as possible after her initial reaction. You can't do that. That's not something that we can handle right now. They're going to find this. They're going to track us to it. The only way to get away is to ditch the vehicle, not in the ocean. We just need to ditch the vehicle and get out of here.
But they're gaining on us.
Esther looks in the rear view and there's no one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to get out of this alive?
Of course. After we ditch it in the ocean.
No.
It'll
we
be
need
so
to
much
get
fun.
in the SUV now.
But why? We're having so much fun. We're driving the vehicle.
And so I would think now that Esther says, screw this, and like reaches out with her hand, her ring hand, and it glows very brightly. And we see that glow maybe reflected in Ren's eyes. And then the truck kind of slows down, and Ren puts it in park, and he kind of steps out, and then that glow fades from his eyes, and he realizes that he's not in the 18-wheeler anymore.
Come on, you're taking all the fun
Get
out
in
of
the
this.
car.
I
Damn
take the
it,
keys
fine.
and throw them into the ocean.
Okay.
Or just throw them as far as I can. I don't know where
Okay.
to go. But neither does he.
Okay. And
Crawl into the SUV.
and you crawl into the SUV, and right at that moment, you hear the screech of tires, and you see the black SUV like swing around the corner and just start booking it towards you. And you see the mafia people lean out with their guns, and they're looking at you as you crawl into your SUV, and that is where we will end today's episode. And thanks for listening to this week's episode of Mistconceptions. Our next episode, episode 18, will be released on January 15th. If you're a fan of the show, consider finding us on Facebook and Twitter and giving us a like or follow on those platforms. You can get up-to-date information and a little behind-the-scenes action if you want that. And City of Mist RPG is created by Son of Oak Productions. If you want this game for your table, you can go to sonofoak.com and order it yourself, or you can also order it through DriveThru RPG. The Misconceptions theme is composed by Aaron Wharton. You can find more of his music at aaronwharton.net. And that's all for this week's episode of Misconceptions. I hope that you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful year, and may it be full of love and peace and good vibes, and hopefully some good games with some good friends. Keep it nerdy, y'all.